you don't take care of it, that is. It'll come kill me daughter.
So yeah, this is the instance in which I can haggle for my reward. Because, again, Witcher works for money. So yes, most of the peasantry, which Geralt gets most of his Witcher contracts from, have a varying description of monsters and different names for these monsters based on their culture, their heritage, and just essentially folklore. Different cultures will call different monsters by different names, and it essentially comes down to Geralt to interpret those descriptions into what the actual creature is. So in this case, it's a wraith. I know it's a wraith because of the description. And Geralt knows because of his background knowledge. So that gives us clues on how to deal with the wraith. We don't, right now, I don't know how to deal with, as my actual player knowledge, I don't know how to deal with it, but we can look in the bestiary, really, after haggling with this man about price, that of how to, what will be useful to deal with him. I'm assuming there is a spectral oil, because there's almost one for every single familiar type in the game. I think we had the recipe for that as well, but let's start haggling.
I feel for you, but this is my job, so let's talk about my pay.
Something not right with the coin.
So, yes, tutorial of haggling. So, the base pay is 20 orns. I can apparently just upgrade to 29. It's based on how much in this meter I decide to go up. He might accept, he might decline. And if he declines, the annoyance bar at the bottom of the price starts climbing. If I tap out that annoyance bar, he actually refuses to haggle. Actually, I've never done that. I don't know if the quest is cancelled, or if I just fail the haggling portion of it. I don't really feel like failing it, so I like getting more money, but I'm not about to tap out a quest to get it. I do know the more you're off of what he might agree with, the more annoyance level you get. So I'm probably going to just ask for an extra 4.
That settles it then.
Yeah, and he's okay with an extra 4. So I get, instead of 20 orns as my quest reward, I'm getting 24. Eventually, and the more, I mean, it's not level, as long as it's not a level 1 quest, the rewards for contracts gets significantly more. This one's just like the lowest one.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now. No one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off. Please.
So yes, I think I'm actually going to, instead of going to the Nilfgaardian garrison to go down the main quest line, I'm definitely going to start off with this contract, because it'll be a good exposit, or a good showcase of the more entertaining quests of this game and the decision-making dynamics. Where again, my job is to go into this place where that well is and drive off the wraith. I could do so by just walking into town and engaging it in combat and killing it. That's all fine and well, but there's also other options of how to deal with the wraith. Once I get there, I can discover certain things about the wraith, certain aspects. And most importantly, I need to know about the bestiary, which I promised we would check. Is it the glossary? Ah, yes. The bestiary. Why are you not... I don't have a description for it. What quest? Find the spirit that haunts the well. Interesting. Thought that would have given me information about it. But I know... Ah, yes. So, this is the town he was speaking of. So I should just go this way down the road. So let's call Roach, our nice trusty steed. He should teleport somewhere that is inconspicuous, as per game mechanics, and show up to us eventually here, unless he gets stuck behind a fence, which is one of the flaws of the horse summoning ability. And that's usually solved by just kind of going to a different area that you can summon him. Yep, like that. I already summoned Roach.
Giddy up.
So yeah, one of the nice things about this game too is just I'm holding shift right now. So Roach is doing a gentle gallop down. No, I'm going this way. Yes? Yeah. He's doing a gentle gallop along a path, and as long as I'm on a path, he will stick to it and travel it. I can also double tap the shift button, which causes Roach to run, which would normally use stamina, but because I'm not... Because as long as you're on the path, horse's stamina will never go down. Oh, yes, and these posts, which it gave mention to that I've discovered the abandoned villager post, is the fast travel mechanic. So you can't just fast travel from any point to any point in this game like you can in other open world games. You have to find posts. So pretty much in front of every single village there's a post. And the other places throughout the world have them as well. They allow you to fast travel to and from other posts. So you have to go to a post to start the fast travel mode, and then it opens up the ability to fast travel. And you can only fast travel to other posts you've already discovered. So we started up here and walked our way down through this village and across the fjord and into the Whiterun village, or the White Orchard village. So we've discovered all of these markers along our way. So I could fast travel to any of them. I don't want to do that because I'm actually where I want to be at the moment.
The infamous well. Strange. No sign of a ghost. Maybe it only shows at a certain time of day.
So, I got an update to the quest. I don't know if I got... Have I gotten an indicator of... No. Yes. Okay. So, oh, right. I need to find out what it is first. So I know it's probably a wraith, but I have to actually like investigate the area to find out what it is. So there's
Grass around the well scorched.
So I'm looking for what type of wraith it is, so I can best deal with it. Because information to a witcher is significant. Like Vesemir said, knowledge is the most important thing for a witcher. It's much more valuable than actually combat fighting skills, because it will keep you alive. Just also, you know, anything that's not nailed down is always valuable, especially Alkahest. Alkahest is definitely useful for all of the ingredients and replenishment of bombs and oils and potions and such. There's also a little bit of information here. Oh, there's a book.
A journal.
I can read the
be useful.
journal. Yellowed Diary. 27th of the 3rd month of the 1250. It's happened. Volker sent a petition of our grievances against the Lord to the Count of Azima. Listed all the harm he's done us, how he killed Johann for not taking off his cap quick enough, how he trampled our fields when drunk, with ne'er a thought of repayment, how he barged in during Peter's wedding and demanded his right of the first night. Now we finally got what we begged Melitele for in our prayers for so long. The judge recognized our grievances and waived all our bonds and duties to the Lord. We can finally strike out on our own. At last we can live as free men. It's like the foundation of this little village, because their lord was doing terrible things to them. 12 of the 4th month, 1250. The first day of our freedom. Hovel's not much of a village yet, but to my mind it's better than the most fantastic palace. Volker home with hazelwood smoke to drive out evil, buried a marten under the gate to make sure no thieves cross our threshold, and then he gave me a bracelet, the loveliest I've ever seen. Mother said it's foolish to spend so much on a bauble when we haven't plowed our hoes, and that we ought to return it to the merchant over my dead body. I'll never take it off. It'll always be there to remind me of Volker, of how happy we were that day, the 23rd of the same month. They say the Lord is coming to see us, that he wants to make a deal to beg us to return to the village. They say he's calmed since his son died, that he's not as quick to anger about small slights. Well, we'll see. One way or another, I have no intention to move 1 inch from here. So it sounds that there was a row, or these peasants had a row over their local lord, went to Vizima to get authorization, essentially, to become free from that lord, because it's the feudal system. You need permission from someone of significantly high birth to get to do anything. They left, and then it seems like the lord came back. And considering no one is alive or around and there's a wraith about, it might not have gone so well. So I know there's a dead body. No, that looks like a dog.
Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. All signs point to a noon wraith.
Ah, so that was the investigation required. So Geralt understood by the investigation and the description as to what we will be fighting. It is a subspecies of wraith, or subcategory of wraith, called a noon wraith. They only appear, as we will check in the bestiary. Yeah, not characters, bestiary. So, got a new category of a noon wraith. Noon wraiths on particular summer days when the sun reaches its zenith, wraiths will at times appear, resembling sun-scorched women dressed in long white robes. These are noon wraiths, the spirits of young women and girls who died violent deaths right before their weddings. Driven mad with pain or anger, they wander the fields searching for their unfaithful lovers or backstabbing rivals. Though they will kill anyone who does not get out of their way in time, they are often held in this world by some object of intense emotional significance. That is why, if one ever finds a wedding ring or torn veil in the middle of a field, one should not pick it up, but instead back away as quickly as possible. So because it's a wraith, we find out that it's vulnerable to certain things. One, it's vulnerable to a bomb called moon dust. We don't have access to moon dust bombs. I don't even know if I can craft them yet. But these bombs specifically cause a silver dust to go about. If you've seen The Witcher 3, like a trailer intro, which I don't have access to here, when he's fighting a vampire, that he uses a bomb that essentially clings to the invisible vampire that reveals her. That's a moon dust bomb. It does the exact same thing with specters. It reveals them and makes them essentially substantially easier to hit. I was right in that there is a specter oil, because it falls under the specters. And one of the most important things that we'll definitely be using is that wraiths, pretty much in general, are vulnerable to the Jurden sign. The sign, the magic, is a trap magic, and wraiths are specters. So they are essentially close to being ethereal. They're insubstantial.
Something's tied the noon wraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world.
So the wraiths are insubstantial, and Jurden traps them and holds them to a place, making them substantial.
Noon wraith won't stray too far from the well.
Makes them more physical, so they can become hit easier would be the best term for it.
Bloodstains. Almost faded. But the line's taut. Something's not right.
So yeah.
A corpse, hanged by the bucket rope. the journal belonged to. Must be. Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm's missing. Need to cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs.
Ah, hello, Sneegler. But there was water at the bottom, so we should be able to just jump into the well. Yeah, perfectly fine. So we're at the bottom of the well. It looks like it's fed by a natural spring. We need to look for the bracelet. And it should be down here somewhere. There's a chest. It's interesting to be here. So it's got... oh, there it is. So yeah, it caused her arm to fall off because she was wearing a ornate bracelet. She should be able to just grab that and go back. That should be all we need in this area, so we should be able to hopefully find our way out of this place.
Lucky not to come up empty-handed. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker. Bracelet must have belonged to the woman in the well. Lovely craftsmanship, but I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noon Wraith for good. Better do it near the well.
So yes, I have gotten, I think, everything I need. This is actually not one of the quests where I could just walk in and fight, but rather an investigation one. So, I need to go back up to the well and place the bracelet next to the rest of the skeleton in order to burn it with everything in order to release her, or essentially put her spirit at rest and dispel the specter. So we just need to find our way out of this place. That looks like a way out. So, oh, is this well connected to a lake? Looks like it. Yes, it is. There's a lake out back of the village that well is drawing directly from. It seems odd that you would choose to...
Need to prepare for this fight. Brew some wraith oil. Drink some potions.
I will in a second. But it is interesting that they would create a well with access to a spring-fed lake nearby, but creates a nice location for a fight. Also seems interesting that the man that needed water wouldn't just go to the lake instead, because it's a freshwater lake. But again, it doesn't fit well with the storyline. So I just need to take a right. I might be doing that from time to time of checking my map, because I don't have the mini-map on. It becomes a little bit more difficult to find out exactly where I'm going, but it's raining now. And the wind is caught up, so the trees are blowing a little bit more than they would have beforehand. And just a gentle downpour as the sun sets. I'm most likely going to have to meditate to wait for the Noon Wraith to come at noon. Very time-specific oddity, but... so yeah, I should be able to burn the body, which should automatically put me into meditation mode, which is a benefit, or something we learned from the second game, and implemented an improvement into this game, where you just go to your objective and it automatically will allow you to meditate, instead of the last one where you would have to meditate on your own. Now I will complete
And the bracelet.
the skeleton.
Igni.
I guess I'm just burning it now. I guess that's summoning the Wraith. Probably should have made Spectre Oil. Oh well. Nice green flame. Oh, that's right, I forgot. You don't have a lower jaw and your tongue is gross.
Hey, I think it worked.
So, I am going to be using Yurden, which places a trap on the ground, which will allow me to do significantly, well actually allow me to do damage to the Wraith, because it's insubstantial until it goes into Yurden. Oh. Yeah, oh that's right, I forgot. You guys heal when you do a flare like that. I need to get rid of you. And Yurden's active, so now I can attack you. Come. Ah, crap. Yurden wore off. Brilliant. Oh, no, 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 no. Come fight me. Inside of Yurden, please. Oh, you stepped out. Oh, you're gonna blind me and split into 3 and try and heal yourself. Need to stop you as fast as possible. I can eat some food while I'm fighting in order to regain some health, which is definitely something significantly more useful, and dead.
She's gone. For good.
So, I got loot. Ah, and new Wraith mutagen. So, there's most likely a decoction created with a Wraith mutagen that I will be able to find the formula for. Mutagens are also used to augment some of my skills and abilities, but I don't think I'll be using any of the ones that are named from specific creatures. I should be able to get normal ones for that. And I got a trophy. Aw, guess you were too small for that animation to go off. But trophies are useful little things. Forgot where. Oh, I automatically equipped it. So, you collect trophies from significant creatures, usually the first time you kill that specific type. So, like, if I ever run into another Noonwraith throughout the game, I won't collect another Noonwraith trophy. But because of this one, I get 5% bonus increase of bonus experience from humans and non-humans. And it's actually on my character, which is a nifty little bonus. It should be... Oh, it's not rendered properly. Or is it? Okay. So it's off. It's on. Oh, no, 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 that's right. It will be... That's right, they took it off of the character and put it on Roach. But I don't think Roach will be able to load into here because of all of the fences. Oh, there's Roach. So. Oh, it's just a head in a bag. So it's on the left side. And if I remove it... Yeah. So that little bag on the left side of the horses behind the saddle is the Noonwraith trophy. It's not really anything special to look at, but it is a trophy, and some of the other ones are more spectacular and awesome. I could fast travel, but I don't feel like going through the load zone, considering the city is essentially right here. And the dude's house is closer to probably travel to than it is to fast travel to and then run from the other side of town. I did what you asked.
Done. The well was haunted by the ghost of a woman who was killed there. I drove it away.
I just hope every unburied wretch don't start haunting us. Well, that battlefield's gonna cause us a heap of trouble.
If they do, you know who to contact. Meanwhile, Claire, Volker, names ring a bell?
I don't know him. Though I did hear our herbalist Tamira mention a Claire once. Same one, maybe? Your reward, Master Witcher. The gold I'd hid away for Mandy's dowry. Without you, she'd never have lived to wed. Now, there's hope for it, at least.
Ooh. So, I can either take the coin, or I can give it back to have him keep it for his daughter's dowry. It was like, what, 24 horns? Yeah, that's not enough for me to bother keeping. Here you go.
At this point, doubt I'll ever marry. You keep the coin from Mandy, her wedding. Raise a toast to my health then.
Thank you, Master Witcher. Them's warm words. You've a good heart. But I can't let you go empty-handed. Take this, at least. For luck.
What did I actually get? Ah, I got an amethyst. Interesting. So I chose to not take the coin, so I got an alchemical ingredient instead, which is an amethyst, or crafting ingredient, worth significantly more money to sell. And it's a decently rare item as well. It's worth 120 orns default. Nice. And you are no longer a Witcher contract. Some of you might have noticed that next to his name he had an interesting little symbol that denotes that he is a quest giver with a Witcher contract emphasis.
Come on now.
So we have missing an action and lilac and gooseberries. We've completed everything else. Searching White Orchard for lost one. Also find the note of a peasant who is seeking his brother. The brother had left home to take up arms against Nilfgaard. Oh, that's right. I could go and actually, I'm going to go to the garrison of the Nilfgaardians here. That should open up a few more quests, and that should also open up a few more. Should open up the contract to kill the griffin at least. I know that one specifically. Take a left. Then we can run down the coastline. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. Before I forget again, we're going to go talk to the herbalist about the woman. Because I don't remember ever doing that last time. And I am definitely interested. Where was that herbalist? This is the inn? She was next to the loom. Ah, should be over here. So there's the notice about the herbalist over here, but everyone looks like they're asleep now. Because it is becoming night. And everyone is going into night phase. So I'll have to probably find you in your home. I don't know which one that would be. I wonder if I could even have made the Spectre oil yet. Alchemy. Do I even have the oil? I do. And I would need Arinaria flowers. I need one more of those. So I've collected some of them. Again, they were an ingredient I thought I needed. Bear fat, which I've apparently collected some of around. But... oh, I need that for another oil, I believe. I'm looking for the alchemist. Ooh, there are definitely. You look like you have books and you have materials for alchemists.
Don't you look at me.
No, don't turn off the light. I wonder if the icon will be on the map for the alchemist. Nope. Roach Stelling. Nope. It looks like I am on my own for that. I might have to meditate for a little while. Because the notice is here. Does that mean... nope, that was the other building I went into. That was just peasants. Right now I'm just looking for the alchemist. Because if I can find that, I'm definitely interested in continuing that potential storyline. Because it That alchemist might be her mother. You're just